I'll wait to see your golden smile, feel of 1,000 kisses. Oh, please stay a while.
Hi guys! In our last episode, we wandered through the charming streets of Corfu. Now, after a short sail across the Ionian Sea, we've dropped anchor in To Sarandë Albania. Let's go ashore to explore this super interesting country. Good God, would you see all those people in there? And then that boat right there, actually both of those boats right there, we are friends from Finike from southern Turkey when we bought our sailboat. Small world. Our buddy boat's over there. Sarandë is a lively coastal city tucked in along the sparkling turquoise waters of the Ionian Sea, with dramatic mountains rising like a protective wall behind it. It's a hotspot for travelers and sailors like us, blending relaxed beach town energy with a dash of chaotic energy that keeps things exciting. The waterfront is the heart of it all, a buzzing promenade lined with cafes, bars, restaurants, ice cream shops, and tourist boats.
So come closer, my dear, because all is well.
In the evenings, locals stroll arm in arm, families dig into dinner, and travelers like us debate how many scoops of gelato are too many. At night, the whole strip glows with lights and pulses with music, turning the waterfront into one big summer party.
Comes with a bigger boat. That's from the movie.
Speaking of Sarandë's waterfront, you can't miss the pirate ship tour boats. By day, they whisk tourists off to secret coves, hidden beaches, and sea caves. Pretty epic, right? But at night, these ships transform into floating discos. Picture thumping music, flashing strobe lights, and partygoers dancing under the stars.
Front row seats. Priscilla has front row seats to these pirate boats.
All about 100 meters from where we are anchored.
The pretty disco lights.
Priscilla.
So from 10 p.m. to midnight every night, it's like living next to a nightclub on the water. Not exactly serene, but it's free entertainment, and we're here for it. Tomorrow we're trading sails for wheels and renting a car to venture inland. First stop, the Blue Eye. The Blue Eye is a natural spring about an hour from Sarandë, where crystal clear, icy water bubbles up from a deep underground cave. It's like nature's own sapphire, glowing an unreal shade of blue. But heads up, we visited in July, which is peak season. So along with all its glorious beauty, we also got a mass of tourists who, like us, were jostling for a view to snap photos like maniacs.
Oh my God, look at all these people. This is a nightmare.
Swimming is off limits to protect the ecosystem, which is probably for the best, because diving into that water along with hundreds of sweaty visitors does not sound appealing to me in the least. Still, the beauty is undeniable and it's worth the trip. If you're sailing or traveling long-term through Europe, you've probably heard of the Schengen Shuffle. Most of Europe falls under the Schengen zone, where non-EU visitors can stay for only 90 days within a 180-day period. Run out of days? No stress. Albania and Montenegro, just to the north, aren't part of Schengen, so they're like Europe's secret bonus time destinations. It's not just a practical workaround, it's a gift because both countries are stunning, budget-friendly, and packed with surprises. We then headed to Gjirokaster. This town is a whole different scene. Gjirokaster is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it feels like stepping into a time machine. Cobblestone streets, stone houses, and a massive fortress looming above. It's pure magic. We thought Albania might be a quiet, off-the-grid destination, but judging by the thousands of tourists around us, this place is no secret. And we get why. It's gorgeous, affordable, and way more accessible than many European hotspots. Albania's definitely having a moment as a travel destination. The highlight of Gjirokaster is its castle. Perched high above the town with jaw-dropping views of the valleys below. This medieval stronghold has seen it all: Ottoman rule, World War II, and the Cold War. The views from the castle include the Cyclades house, a beautifully preserved Ottoman-era home with intricate architecture and killer views of the town. Inside, there's a military museum with a surprising centerpiece, an actual American military jet. Yep, a Lockheed T-33 shooting star captured in 1957 after it strayed into Albanian airspace during the Cold War, or so we've heard. Back then, Albania's communist leader, Enver Hoxha, was so paranoid about foreign invasions that he saw even a wayward plane as a threat. Seeing this Cold War relic parked at the very top of a medieval castle is as surreal as it sounds. A perfect snapshot of Albania's layered history. As we roamed the castle, the wind kicked up and the skies turned moody. Definitely not what the weather apps promised us when we left our boats in Sarandë. Fingers crossed our anchors hold tight down there. The views from the castle were unreal. Rolling green hills, jagged mountain peaks, and the whole valley sprawling beneath us. Absolutely breathtaking. The streets are super steep, like pray your rental car doesn't roll down the hill kind of steep. When we parked, we had the handbrake cranked to the max, and I was half tempted to hunt for bricks to wedge under the tires. It's worth the climb. Albania is dotted with an estimated 170,000 plus mushroom-shaped concrete bunkers, and Sarandë has its fair share. They come in all sizes. Some even have tunnels and underground complexes, built for an invasion that never came. These days, a lot of them have new lives as museums, cafes, and even tattoo shops. A bunker in the middle of town. While anchored in Sarandë's harbor, we heard chanting drifting through the air. It reminded us of the call to prayer we used to listen to while we were in Turkey. Albania's religious landscape is fascinating. About half the population is Muslim, with Sunni and Bektashi communities, while the rest are Orthodox Christians, Catholics, or non-religious. You'll often see mosques and churches side by side, a testament to Albania's remarkable religious tolerance. Look, it has a smiley face and an eyeball. It looks like a little shark or like a little red whale or something. We are all checked out of Sarandë, Albania, and headed north.
Call number 11 and let them know that we're leaving.
Okay. I need to call number 11 and let the harbor master know that we're leaving. It's kind of flapping. From Sarandë, our first anchorage is about 130 kilometers by land. That's about 80 miles, but you can't actually even get there by car. By sail, it's 50 nautical miles, which is about a 10-hour trip for us. update. We got the sail up. We had a little mishap last night when we were arriving to our anchorage. We turned and around the bend of the island to get to our anchorage, and the wind changed and it got really strong. It got 15 to 18 knots all of a sudden. So we were like, shit, we gotta bring the sail down. And we didn't pull on the main sheet enough, which is this one. And what it does is it goes along the bottom of the boom right there. So it was kind of loose right there. And as I was turning the boat to try to face into the wind to lessen the wind load on the sail so we could bring it down, the wind switched and the boom just went whack. And Donovan was standing up here and the boom basically, so that he wouldn't get hit by the boom, he ran over here, jumped, grabbed onto these two lines which hold our passerelle up there, and like Tarzan swung over, and then that line right there stopped his fall and he fell on his back completely flat on the deck down there, and his head was over where that hatch is over here. So that was really scary. He's okay, he's not hurt, but he got a couple of scratches on his body from like rope burn. So that was really scary. So every time we put this mainsail up, we learn something new, or we learn what not to do or what to be careful with. Anyway, this is the coastline of Albania, ready for our overnight sail into Tivat, Montenegro. Barely any wind, but we'll take it, whatever we can get. I actually don't want a lot of wind, honestly, because this mainsail still scares the shit out of me. It's just enormous and overpowering. And our buddy boat is right there. And we also have in front of us, we can't see it with the naked eye, but we can see it on AIS or whatever, one of our sailing YouTube channels that we love. It's one of the few that we're still watching, actually. It's called Sailing Project Atticus. American couple with a baby, and we're not really watching a whole lot of sailing channels anymore since we're doing the same thing. But Project Atticus is one that we're still watching a lot. We really enjoy them. They're good storytellers. So I think they're going to Tivat too, based on how their boat is pointing on AIS. So that'll be really cool if we get to meet them. Sweet sound of no engines. How fast are we going? 6-1, 6-2, 6-1, 6-2. With both our sails up. The nothingness anywhere. Engines off. We've got Priscilla. And nothing else. Right around the halfway mark and doing pretty well. You can see land in the very, very, very far distance. And we've got a little bit of internet here and there. Pretty crazy looking sky. And there's just two of us out here. Not creepy at all. From that spot up to Tivat, Montenegro, it's roughly 366 kilometers or 228 miles, which is a 7-hour drive, but by sail, 130 nautical miles, which is a full 24-hour sail. That makes this our first official overnight sail aboard Oka.
One step forward and 10 steps back.
We didn't film much of the night since cameras just don't capture the dark well. And to be honest, not much happened, which is exactly how we like it. The wind completely died, the water was flat as a bathtub, so we dropped the sails and motored through the night. Probably the best call for our first overnight with just the two of us.
I rode a high.
We set up a watch system, one at the helm, the other catching some sleep in the salon close by. That way, someone was always on deck to steer, keep an eye out for debris, or spot the occasional boat without AIS that doesn't show up on our chart plotter. I'm usually the night owl, so Donovan took the first shift after dinner while I slept. Then I took over the middle of the night, and by the time I was starting to nod off, he was back at the helm, coffee in hand, just in time to watch the sunrise.
Coming into Tivat, Montenegro, here at 5:42 in the morning. We have a beautiful sunrise coming.
I rode a high to the end of the bottle.
And that wraps up our whirlwind week in Albania. It's been a fascinating stop, blending natural beauty, rich history, and an atmosphere that's both ancient and vibrant. We'd love to swing back through someday for a deeper dive into this incredible country.
I rode a high to the end of you.
Thanks for joining us on this adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next episode. Bye, guys.
I rode a high.